Joseph Robinette Biden. Yes, Robinette is his real middle name. We like to call him Joseph Raisinette Biden. Raisinettes are actually kind of good. I think they're a little underrated, if I'm being honest with you. But anyway, new round of polls just came out, and homie is in trouble. He is sinking, and he is sinking fast. He's on his Titanic flow at the moment. So look at this, man. This is a New York Times Siena College poll, and no other way to put this but devastating. Trump is now ahead in 5 of 6 swing states. Not only is he ahead, he's sort of like comfortably ahead. He's plus 10 in Nevada, plus 6 in Georgia, plus 5 in Arizona, plus 5 in Michigan, plus 4 in Pennsylvania. It's only Wisconsin where Biden's up, and he's up by 2, which is in the margin of error. This is red alert. Red alert. All hands on deck. More. New York Times poll of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin had Trump ahead by 4% and statistically tied with Biden among voters ages 18 to 29. That is literally unsustainable. Biden cannot win the election if those numbers stay the same. Statistically tied with Biden among voters ages 18 to 29. By the way, let's be clear here, man. What's happening with war in the Middle East and how Biden has co-signed Netanyahu's slaughter, this is absolutely destroying Biden. It just is. He fell 11 points as a direct result of that. He's hemorrhaging Arab Americans and Muslim Americans. He's also hemorrhaging young people because they do not agree with what he's doing, and this is a real core moral issue where young voters don't want to feel like, I'm going to support somebody who's supporting a genocide. Even if you sanitize the language, I'm going to support somebody who's okay with killing massive numbers of civilians and arming Israel to the teeth as they continue to do that. People are not okay with that. Trump also gets 22% of black voters. That's like record territory in the modern era for Republicans. 42% of Hispanic voters and 51% of other voters, so Asians, Arabs, Indians, etc. Winning Asians, Arabs, and Indians. Oh my God. Look at this. Never thought I'd see the day. Joe Biden, 4 years ago today, was 2 points up on Trump going into the election. Today, Trump is plus 5. A random alternative cuts into Trump's lead by 2 percentage points. So in other words, Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris, they fare better than Biden. Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris, who couldn't campaign their way out of a paper bag. Trump is up on them 3 points. He's up on Biden 5 points. But then this is my favorite. An unnamed generic Democrat was plus 3 4 years ago, is plus 8 on Trump today. Basically, people are like literally anybody but Joe. Joe is doing worse than anybody, bro. Anybody. This is a great point from Andrew Perez here. Cutting off popular pandemic aid programs will do that. So if you look at these numbers, do you think Joe Biden's policies have helped you personally or hurt you personally? Only 35% say helped. 53% say hurt. Do you think Donald Trump's policies have helped you personally or hurt you personally? 51% say helped. 34% say hurt. Biden is getting draxed on the basic bare minimum ask for politics. Are you helping or hurting? Now look, let's be clear. The numbers on Trump, that is definitely rose-colored glasses. As time goes by, usually time really does heal all wounds, and people don't remember how horrible it was to have Trump as president. They just don't. Hence these numbers. But for Biden, it's like, what have you done for me lately? And I think Perez nails it here of Lever News. He's right that cutting off those pandemic aid programs, that destroyed Biden. He listened to the fiscal conservatives, the deficit hawks. You cut off the aid and people are struggling and they blame you, of course. And then the final one. Look at this, guys. So the responses from a lot of Biden supporters is, look, this is just one poll. Don't panic. It actually doesn't include RFK, which is a massive oversight. You can't do a poll now without Cornel West and RFK. You just can't, because they actually are running. Even if they're only on some of the ballots, it's going to change the outcome. So they shouldn't have done the poll the way they did it. They needed to put RFK. They needed to put Cornel West. But a lot of Biden supporters are saying it's just one poll. If the Democrats panic, that's good for turnout. young voters and non-white voters will revert to the mean in terms of it'll be similar numbers as previous elections. That'll help Biden and he'll win. But here's the problem, guys. Biden's approval is stuck below every post-war president not named Jimmy Carter. And then here's the list of them here. Even Trump was above him at this point. Biden's at 38.7%. Trump was at 40.3%. And Trump lost, by the way. Obama was at nearly 46% approval rating at this point in time. Biden's at 38%. That's crazy. Bush was 51.5%. Again, Biden 38.7%. Clinton was nearly 10 points ahead of Biden. H.W. Bush almost doubled Biden's numbers. He was at 61% approval rating. Reagan was 47%. Jimmy Carter was the only one below him at 33%. Like, everybody else is above him. Richard Nixon was at 50%. Lyndon Johnson was at 48%. John F. Kennedy, 57%. Dwight Eisenhower, 71%. Like, we're at the point now where it's undeniable. He's in serious, serious jeopardy. Serious jeopardy. And now, like, everything was sort of on a razor's edge for a while, but I think Biden had the advantage. I would put him at 55% or 60% chance of getting reelected because Trump is his opponent, 91 criminal charges, tried to steal the election, all that stuff. But now that we have this war in the Middle East and Biden is uncritically supporting Netanyahu and Netanyahu's massacring civilians, like, it all falls apart. Everything falls apart. We were already, like, dancing on thin ice here. Now that all falls apart. And so, look, at the same time, he's also narrowing the scope of the student loan debt reduction. Like, it's like he's asking to lose. It's like he's asking to lose. But I do want to be clear, because there's one other fact I want to bring up here, which is a mitigating fact. There's another poll that just came out. Trump's approval rating, or favorability rating, I should say, was 29% in this new poll. So him too, he's also super, super unpopular. But, like, yeah, this is an opportunity. We're getting late in the game here, man. And if Biden doesn't make a decision to drop out now and have an open Democratic primary, oh, we are rolling the dice with rank authoritarianism on the Republican side taking over. And it's not like, let's be clear, as bad as Biden is on Israel, and he's bad, Trump's already given speeches saying the problem with Biden is he's not pro-Israel enough. He's not pro-Netanyahu enough. He doesn't greenlight the bombing enough. So we are caught between a rock and a hard place. We really are. And now I think I'm at the point where I think Trump is even a favorite, 60-40 over Biden. The numbers are what they are, man. They are what they are. And there's still time for stuff to change. There's still time for him to maybe drop out. There is time for a Democratic primary. But let's be clear, just so everybody understands. There's still challengers that are in the race now. And the media needs to do their job of taking them more seriously. Marianne Williamson, Cenk Uygur, who's fighting to try to get on the ballot because he's not a natural-born U.S. citizen. He's a naturalized citizen. And Dean Phillips, the AI-created centrist Democrat who's now running as well. People should really be looking at them more seriously, all these people more seriously, because this is unacceptable from Biden. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.